with me. Yeah. Sometimes you just be melancholy like that. And you just have to pop that thing. That's sometimes. Yeah. Sometime on Tuesday night when you go to group, you got to hit Al Green. Hit a lick.
Now, I was trying to get to you before you came to that decision to cut your hair.
That's a nice haircut, man.
I was going to die.
You going to die for me?
Die back.
Ooh, you know? Brother. That's the
then I said, no, the player might come out of
it. No, then don't do that. Don't do that. Keep it moving. Yeah, look, the bump is dead and the freak laid out. Yeah, let me tell it like it is. Got Geronimo online. It's a long time, boy. I haven't seen you, boy. You're ducking me, baby. What's happening? I love you, man. We need you in the house, though. Well, tonight's going to be a good night. We got some of the young brothers here from Boys of Hope. And just got to talk with them a bit. Love on them some. We had our testing event last Saturday. We only had 14 people, but we were prepared. We putting work in, and all our volunteers are doing an excellent job. We did find out, listen at this, that for those of you who are in your 60s now, North Point has the vaccine, and we're trying to get the vaccine from Mr. Curtis Harris because he was trying to wait on Johnson & Johnson's vaccine because he thought it was the baby powder. I say, no, Negro. The virus ain't waiting on nobody. Get your shot. Somebody say, I'm not going to miss my shot.
I'm not going to miss my shot.
Yeah, we got to get him.
And I ain't playing no games.
Huh?
I ain't playing no games.
Ain't playing. Oh, Chris, that's Chris. He say he ain't playing no game. My man. I like that about you, Chris. Chris, where you at?
I'm heading out to my son gets out of daycare at 6, so I'm gonna try to get him on the online version video edition of it.
Okay. Let me give you an update, and this is something that was so serious. Last night, I got with Baba and Wayne, and we went over to Freedom Works, and we attended an intervention meeting for Isaac, because Isaac had broke the rules. I give somebody $1 if you can guess what rule he broke. Oh, wait a minute. He get right there. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, ding. What's up, brother? Demetri? Hey, what's up? What's up? Come on in here, boy. Jump up a little bit. She's looking like TL or something. Yeah. Hey, look. Look at look what Geronimo's doing. He wants some painting, man. I'm gonna turn it around in a minute so everybody can see it. But let me just tell you this real fast. This is important because it turns out Isaac had a small stroke, and it was DeAndre that gave me the first tip on it, and but then he simultaneously is having this intervention. So I hadn't seen him since I heard of the stroke. Hey, Donald, and oh, you walked in right in time. Since I heard of the stroke and the intervention, so the people from Freedom Works had 7 people there. 3 of us were pop guys, and then some of the Freedom Works guys. 4 of us were pop guys, and we just really talked. Now, one of the guys, lifer, was Matt Gore. You know him.
Yes, I know him very well.
And so, he was there, and he spoke very, he said, Isaac, when we first met in prison, man, we rubbed each other wrong and this and that, but man, since I got to know you out here, I really see who you are. And it was beautiful, man. And so, but Vava dropped something so precious. This is Chris got new glasses. Them look nice, man. Come on, I need you.
I'm like famous get through.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you.
And so anyway, this is what he said, and I want you to just listen to this. He said, "Do you remember all them conversations we used to have when we was locked up about intimacy, sex?" And he said, "Man," and he said he even brought in so Precious. He said, "Listen to this." He said, "You know, and the homosexuality thing is taking place, but we was trying to be resistant to that and trying to hold on to it and trying to make the best out of it we possibly could and wanting this chance to finally come." Man, he was breaking it. He was breaking it, man. The room was so quiet, man. You could hear a pin drop. Man, and he said, you know, Von will take some time, take a long time to make a point, but when he make it, wow. He said, now, man, all you got is 4 months, and you gonna give it up by breaking the rules. And man, I mean, the whole thing, brother, you gotta put your phone away. Dimitri, you have to put your phone away now. Unless you're recording this right here. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. As long as you're doing that.
I was doing like this. I didn't want to.
No, as long as you know, I mean, look, I want to make sure sometimes you just got to be focused on something, right? You can't be scatterbrained about everything. I'm not saying you was, but I'm just telling you, because all of us right in here, we've been knowing this brother Isaac a long time. And part of why we even have Boys of Hope is so that we don't recreate another Isaac who's, been locked up a long time. Yeah, we don't believe that going to prison is a rites of passage. We ain't got to do that. So anyway, but the guy who really impressed me the most was this little European guy, kind of different looking guy. He's the director of Isaac's house. All right now. And he says to Isaac, he says, man, nobody's got to know about this. Nobody's got to this. We ain't taking this no further than us right here. But I just need you to make a commitment. I just need your word. This ain't gonna happen. And man, it's so touching. And Isaac has to be committed. And I'm telling you this out loud because I need those of us who know him to try to help him through this. And in the meantime, I'm realizing that Isaac is, his words, his speech is very slow. DeAndre is the one that told me his speech is very slow and he's struggling with one of his arms a little bit. It's like what we were talking about.
I'm struggling with one of my arms.
Struggling with one of his arms. And then, so he need, I know even if Isaac ain't on your dial list, get the number from Wayne and call him up and just encourage him and cause him to, make him know he is somebody.
Yes, he is.
He's worth saving. And the Matt boy said, I went back twice as a life.
Yeah, he did.
And he said, Matt, and this is what he said, DeAndre, he said, man, and I felt like an alien. I couldn't even live in my own skin. He said, and I wouldn't wish that feeling on nobody, especially on you. So anyway, the little guy from Freedom Works, whose name I can't call this particular second, but he just blessed God. And it was good that pop guys were able to kind of oversee that in a way, and just kind of add some weight to it. And so I just need to update you on Isaac Brown.
I'm glad to hear you doing better.
Yeah, he's and so what happened? What he's saying is he was on the blood pressure medication for 2 years, right? And he'd been off it since he'd been home. So finally, it just got.
That's what got me. My blood pressure was 200 over almost 200.
Right, 200 almost 200. Yeah, I think that's what happened to me. I had a little blood pressure thing. But anyway, I just want y'all to know, man, that this brother is she's trying to make it back. Ask Wayne for his number and give him a call. So while we got a couple of the Boys of Hope boys, I just want them to introduce themselves real fast. Go ahead. I'll start with you, brother. No, just sit right there. You can take your coat off and make yourself comfortable, and ain't nobody gonna bother you in here. And you can stand up if you want to. That's all right. Oh, okay. Okay, all right.
I'm Demetrius.
Mhm.
All right, bro.
How old are you?
I'm 16. I just turned 16.
Okay. Give me a little hand. Look like you might have a birthday or something. All right. Mhm.
Recently, just went there.
Just started or
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just
open back up?
one thing that I said for myself is I'm a very open person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Sometimes when I do feel second, it's like I like doing things that's like hard, but sometimes when I feel like it's like sometimes everybody has a mindset when they feel like they can't do something. I try to do a shortcut again. I always try to get back to it and try to do it, the hard way just to achieve something.
Mm.
And, the thing about me is I do love school. Ever since I was little, my main dream was to go to college.
Right.
But it was more like, the dream college I always wanted to go to GCU.
Right.
I wanted to go there for business.
Yeah, right. So what are you saying? You wanted to, like you can't still do it. What's
I mean, I'm trying every day, all day I gotta do is get my stuff all day. Like that A's and B's.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to get all A's.
So you've been doing this online learning?
But most of the whole year I have, but now I was only out for like 3 days because I have to go get tested for COVID.
Right.
Basketball. But probably for like a week now, I do this learning part at this church. It's like 8 people in there.
Mm-hmm.
And we just learning we all got our stuff with that.
Okay, good. What church is that?
Zion Baptist.
Oh yeah, I know about Zion. I know it's pastor over there, Pastor Heron. Yeah, give him a little hand right there. Yeah, we're glad you made it, man. Good to have you with us.
He goes to church with me every Sunday.
Okay, all right.
That's right.
That boy's seeking his face then.
Yeah, he is.
All right. And young brother, go ahead with your papers out. Go ahead, you next.
My name is Timothy.
Tim.
How you doing, Timothy?
All y'all.
Nice to meet you too, brother.
I'm 19.
Right.
I go to MNLC High School. I'm graduating in June.
All right, give him some love. Where is that located?
That's right down 25th Fremont, right down the street.
Okay.
What did they used to be called?
Was that PCYC's building?
PYCS on like 16th.
Emerson?
It's about Olympic Cafe on 10.
Okay.
Right over there, yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, congratulations. Hey, Sherrod, what's happening, man?
Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
I've been up there for like 8 years.
Right.
I love football. I love rapping. I'm passionate to make it out the truth.
That's right.
Yeah.
You got any positive rap that you can rap tonight?
I mean,
No cussing?
yeah,
Let me see. Here. Come on.
I'm gonna hit y'all with something.
Come on. Okay. Give him a hand. Give him a courage. Yeah. Well, anyway, I want to get my brother in here, talk with us a little bit. Son, would you turn around so we can see your face?
Yes, sir.
Now, just lately, man.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah. Just, yeah.
Hey, this is Bob.
Go ahead, Chris. What's up? Excuse me.
I got some really good news.
Okay.
That I took my son to meet one of the pop guys, TX, Toby Campbell, and it was so amazing that my son smiled and was so enjoying of some of my pop brothers.
Wow.
And TX told me I have a beautiful family.
How did that
And
make
that
you feel?
it put warmth in my heart that it's the positivity and the support and everything. And I just feel a joy that I get to share my family with other people in the pop family and everything.
Give Chris some love right there.
So it's and I'm trying to get him on online, and he's he's constantly hyper, so it's gonna be attached.
Okay.
Trying to get him on the camera, so that's why I said what I said.
Right. Well, I mean, if you can do it, okay. But if not, everything's good. But your praise report is great. And everybody knows Chris has been trying to get back in his son's life, and it's finally happened for him. And it's changing, Chris. It's, I can hear something melting in him. You know what I mean? And that in a good way, right? And so I'm grateful for that. And I also know Chris is starting to think about what it means to become a homeowner. And we're promoting that now for our men in Pop 2 and all of our Pop guys is to make it to home ownership. Home ownership never asks you about your crime or nothing like that. They don't want to know about you if you got a felony or nothing. They just want to know, do you have a job and do you have a good credit rating? If them are the really two criteria for home ownership, good job and a good credit rating. And so in some cases, as Brother Richard McLemore was trying to help us understand in our class, that Richard is online right now, by the way.
How you doing, bro?
Yeah, give him a hand, give him a shout out. And,
What's up, everybody? Hey, y'all.
Good to see his face. And so we're gonna get to that. But my brother, man, would come on over and sit with me. He's been struggling a little bit, and I just want him to share, a little bit about what's he been going through and where things are with him. Just introduce yourself to everybody, and then just say what's on your heart, brother.
Okay. Good evening, Pop Brothers. Okay, my name is Angelo Mack, and I've been part of Pops now since 2008. But my pattern has always been I dip in, I dip out.
Come on.
But the truth is, man, I just got married maybe about 2 years ago, right? And that's a whole different ball game for me. For me. But one thing, and it's been challenging because the truth is, what I'm really finding out is, it's not just about Angelo no more. See, somebody else has got their life in my hands. And getting married at my age, I'm still somewhat of a selfish guy, man. I still got a lot of selfish ways. So but what I'm really learning is, is that if I want my marriage to work, I can't be selfish. This is not about Angelo. This is about us. It's about us. And for a long time, man, I'm just learning this. But the whole experience about this, one thing, man, I do thank the brothers that when I decided to reach out, the brothers was there. Pop say, come on in. Willie say, learn something. Now, Amos, these brothers was reaching out, right? But what I learned from all this, man, that regardless of where this experience lead me, it's not going to break me, but it's going to bring me into my excellence. That's what I'm going to walk away from this. So I do want to report.
Come on now.
I do want to report. I had a wonderful 2-year anniversary. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
It
was great.
That's good. That's good. Well, Angie, thank you for that. And to be honest with you, the reason why we're gonna spend just a few minutes with this, even with our young brothers here, excuse me, is because see what you described as selfishness, it starts over here in this age, where we start thinking sometimes it's all about me.
Right.
And we've all been there.
Yeah.
You get it? The only thing is, Curtis, you just can't stay there forever.
Right.
You can stop by that place, but if you stay there too long, it's gonna cook you.
Yeah.
And so what Angie is saying is that I wasn't able to get completely over myself. Now, in a relationship, it's not 50-50. you know, is 100, 100.
Mm.
You know, and you have to go in honoring. Somebody say honoring.
Honoring.
See, because I'm gonna tell you something now. Even to my young brothers, I'm talking to you. Watch this carefully. Watch this carefully. To the extent that you honor your wife,
Right.
is to that extent that you're honoring yourself.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna wait for all the
Absolutely.
amens.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
So to the extent that you honor your woman, honor her. To that extent, you begin to honor yourself. And you make yourself attractive to other women because of the way you treat your woman.
That's right.
And so we can't get in these relationships, you know, and still act like we're single
Yeah.
and we're searching. I don't hear nobody.
Yes, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So you know, and it's best for us, to be honest with you, this is what the Apostle Paul said, it's best for me that I stay single.
Yeah.
So for some people, the single life is maybe perhaps the best. But if it's not for you, if you desire companionship, somebody say companionship.
Companionship.
If you desire companionship, then you have to be able to give something as well as to receive something, right?
Yes.
And so I just want to thank Angie for being vulnerable enough to share this right here tonight, because all of us in here, many of us in here are still trying to work on our relationships, whether they're our girlfriends or our wives or our fiancés, we're still putting in work. And it's just important, man, to honor that and give that some credence and credibility. Give a brother some love.
Yeah.
Anybody got quick feedback for Angie on that?
You know, before I had left and went away, I was married. And when my wife died in 2008, it was right at the 29-year mark. And one of the things, Daryl Webb, Bob guy. One of the things that I learned while in that marriage was that it was a lot of give and take. There were times that I would give and still would never take, because I knew that there was a lot of bending in order to make it work. Now that I'm single, I'm finding that for me personally, there are moments when I want the relationship, and then there are moments that I don't want to be bothered. And I experience those types of things right now, you know. And so yeah. I'm gonna give up my seat. So I think one of the things for me, as I am doing what I'm doing now, I have to learn basically to take it day for day, slowly.
Right.
Because you know, when you start getting involved in a relationship, your emotions in there, you know, you're all in, and you know, something might be said that might have taken me off track, take me back a little bit, caused me to question me, you know, question the friendship.
Okay.
And so I just think that being selfless really helps in any type of relationship, but particularly when you're involved with a wife or you have a fiance or a girlfriend, the building of it is beautiful, you know.
You know, Daryl, I love that you said that. And then, you know, Daryl, wait a minute. Let's just come on, be honest, because Daryl got a little friend now, you know, and he's trying to have a little friend.
Well,
he was being generic there, but
I wasn't being generic.
Let's be specific.
I'm not being generic. I think one of the things, though, because see, it wasn't about being generic. It's about I'm at the place where I want the relationship,
right?
But because I have been disconnected for a long period of time, trying to find the balance and reconnecting is a weak point for me.
A piece of work.
Yes, a piece of work.
No, thank you for that. And I just want to, hold on. I'm coming right to you. See, and that's a beautiful thing because transition is real.
Yes.
And even in the relational realm,
Mhm.
transition is real.
Right.
And there's some issues
Yes.
that we have to kind of some vicissitudes we
Yes.
have to go through
Right.
to make us feel like we're ready,
Mhm.
able
Mhm.
in all areas.
Right.
Oh, wait a minute.
Mhm. All areas.
Come on, and I appreciate you saying that. And I just wanted to try to pull something out of you because I want you to realize that it's for every one of us, brother.
Yeah.
You know that we think we're ready and all of this and that, but then we still haven't because we've been gone. That when you've been gone this long time, they've been gone 20 years, and you've been thinking how it's 19, 16, so longer than they both
Been born.
Yeah, brother. How old are you? 15. 16. So see, that's a long time, man. That's a long time. And there's the intimacy. That's what we talked about last night. Intimacy is a peculiar thing. And you have to somehow find comfort with it. Boy, I could go further there. And I'll say only this, and I'll just on the man side. When we're not comfortable with our intimacy, it causes some things not to work right.
Yes. Got it.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
And, so what we got to do is get peaceful.
And it's important.
Yes, and sometimes that means going slower than what you're used to.
Right.
So and there's a pros and cons there.
For me, though, another point that helps is that I see a lot of guys, a lot of our pop brothers, crash and burn.
Yeah.
And then we got to pick them up. And then I'll be like, oh, that's a learning lesson for me right there. Right. That's another learning lesson. And then finding out again about our brother Isaac in the journey.
Yeah. And so let me go back to that. Good. And then Demetrius, I want you to hold your thought. Isaac been gone. Come on, man. Isaac been gone 38 years.
Yeah.
And think day and night. You've got to think about what you would be doing if I could just and then to be faced with this other thing, like, well, it might not even happen for me.
Right.
Because of the politics. The if I is really a hope. Woo!
Yeah.
It's a hope that the thing is gonna come, and then it came. He's like, look, I just can't get up off. Huh? You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not that I don't get it, but at the same time, if you have to continue to break the rules as a part of your growth and development, there, it's gonna send you back where you came from. Somebody else jump in. No, Demetrius, go ahead.
I was just speaking on that, like, I just had some thoughts that just came into my mind, like as me being 16 or being a teen. A lot of people always say you're too young to be in a relationship, anything like that. But I always started my type of mind, like I'm a happy person, and I always had this start in my mind, like I always wanted to like be happy with somebody,
Right.
Like. But like, growing up in like my type of society, it's not like how it was at y'all time.
Yeah.
More females is more like out here. It's hard to explain. Like, if y'all seen the things that like,
give us an example.
I'm talking about it's like females that's just giving it away like sex is nothing.
Sure.
And it's like me being me. I just always say things because it's not one female that I don't know that's like my age that didn't, do anything like. But like, I'm not a judging person, I don't judge whatever you did off your past. It was just like, just the way that they did things and the way the stories happen.
Sure.
And you got females out here that make it seem like, going behind somebody's back is nothing.
Sure.
So, like they think it's cool to be a player, cool to be out here just getting it from anybody.
Right.
But like the way I learned, it was just like I was never really focused on a lot of women like that. But I just know it's like it's one time in life you would just want to be with somebody, be happy with somebody. That's just the sort of person I am. Like, I like physical love. It was like anytime I tried to, not like sexual that type of way, just like physical, like I'm that type of person that's like people always see me as a gentleman. I love going on dates. I love going out to the movies. I like all that type of stuff. But I just had that in thought. I was just speaking to mind like how I see like happiness when it comes to relationships. I was just speaking.
No, you're doing a good job. Give him a little love. You're doing a good job. Yeah, I know that. Did you want to add something to it?
I was gonna say like what pertaining to what he's saying. I think like when the time gonna come, the time gonna come. Like when you gonna meet the right female. Like don't rush it. Don't be looking because you could be looking for years, months, whatever. That's a long time. So I just think when the time comes for you to meet the right female, the time will come. And yeah, really, that's it.
No, that makes some sense. So it sounded like you was a little bit more patient. But go ahead, Devon.
Right, man. I'll tell you, hey, look, y'all brothers, look, y'all doing the right thing. Stay.
Take care.
I'm a prime example, and I'm not ashamed of it. I got over 15 kids, and still having kids. Almost 50 years old. You right. It seemed like to me that I need somebody. But the whole time, I really don't need nobody. I really don't.
Wow.
Now that I'm getting grown, but I'm steady. I want to be in a relationship. I want to do this. I want to do this, man. Look, like for real.
Yeah.
But my eyes keep peeking at him.
Right.
What's up? But hear this again, I'm with her. I'm wrong for that.
Wow.
But hear this again, I get mad. When she peeks. So
Give him love. Wait a minute. So Devon, I'm gonna give him a Johnny Taylor record. It's cheaper to keep her. Go ahead, DeAndre. Go.
I was gonna say because I was in the young culture. I was just checking out something on you know how they just pop up on your phone, and they were saying that the young brother Jordan B, whatever his name is, Michael B. Jordan. He was he likes the girl who's kind of been through what she was saying about, been through with many guys, but he likes her. And other brothers are telling him, "Oh, you a simp for doing things like that." And I was saying to myself, man, think about this cat that said that you've been on death row, you've been in prison, and you done things that are awful that you probably can't even apologize to people for because they're not here no more. So for him to love a woman that just had been through something, it's okay, man. I think brothers ought to stay out of brothers' business, man. Because people like us need to be in love, man. We need to find a fit, companionship. It ain't always about sex. It can be some conversation. It's practice when you're young to be in a relationship. So what you gonna be like when you become a man? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I love this.
Yeah. So
I love this chat right here.
Take your time, man. It ain't. I wish I had never rushed.
Right.
My little nephew just told me he 18. Like, I'm a virgin. I say, man, ain't nothing wrong with that. Right. What's wrong with that, man?
Right. That's a good thing. Man.
Yeah, that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing, man. Because you respectful to women. You got a good family. You got a good, you got good family values, and that's not too frequent. And I am sad to say in us. So that's what that's all I got to say about
give
that.
Some love right there. That's good. Somebody over here.
There's a record I want you to hear, and it's by Smokey Robinson called "Shop Around."
You better shop around.
His mother's telling him about how to choose his girl.
I listened to that when I was a young man. I found that to be very eye-waking.
Yeah, that was a song.
You know, especially when she said, "The pretty girls come a dime a dozen."
Wow.
I said, "Well, I got $1. Where's my 10?" I'm down here in Atlanta, you know. You know, but it had a good moral story to it, you know. And at 16 and 19, you got a fire you haven't yet learned how to control. You know, you still developing, you know. So all your hormones and all these other influences, they are sharper on you as a young man than they would be on me as an old man. Right? You know, I done got used to them, right? But watch that and don't believe everything that comes out your mind.
Wow, that's a good point. But
Don't believe it.
Now hold
Don't
on.
believe them thoughts. All them thoughts are not yours.
Wait, this is Curtis's song that he's telling you about. There's still some things that you don't understand.
Wow.
My mama told me.
You better shop around.
All right.
Like, man, what y'all listening to, man?
Give Smokey a hand. Give Smokey a hand. He deserves it. He's still trying to.
They saw the music in black and white.
He's still trying to teach us something. But it's good though. This to have a discussion like this is a powerful thing.
Yeah.
Tony, what you got?
You know, one of the great philosophers, Uncle Bishop Warren, told me, he said, nephew, go after the ones that like you, not the ones that you like. And I actually did that. I've been through several relationships again there. And I wrote an essay mingling with this young lady. I was just being humorous with her. Turned out that she was a diamond in the rough. This woman has been in my life for what? Oh my God, 2 months now. This woman just put a down payment on me of a 2011 GL 450 Mercedes Benz, fresh off the lot.
Is it
she
fresh?
said, baby, you like that? She put the down payment on. And likely the way things is looking tomorrow, I'll pick that truck up. And this came about from a woman that liked me other than me liking her. She stepped out the gate. She said, I'm glad the other that did what they did with you, because now you mad.
Look out. Hey, wait a minute. Now wait, we just gotta make sure what the payback for that is. Maybe some payback. No, just hold up now. But congratulations. And but you gotta watch out for the payback. Somebody else is James Brown buddy right there. The big payback. Okay, but somebody else over here. Go. Manny, you back.
That philosophy is, I know that philosophy. It did not work for me. I've said it before. Relationships is something I have never been into. I've never. This is my first time ever really correct. Let's really kind of give it a all. I think the reason that this one is working is because it wasn't just a one-way liking. Somebody just didn't like me. I'm saying, when I found out when a female like me, I'm like, oh, okay, you like me, okay. See how far this is gonna go. And that was what my deal was. I used them all up, man. And it wouldn't work, man, because that's a real headache. So you might want to kind of look at that philosophy again.
Right.
Just be real with you.
But no, we're not. Everybody got opinion. So wait a minute. Who? Come on, Sharab, what you got? Man, look. Wait a minute.
I don't have, women, did like crazy stuff. I feel like, you got to get to know yourself, and we all got our own like,
I like that.
Spirit is the best teacher, period. Somebody can tell you something a million times, but if you don't experience it for yourself, then it's not the same as you gather that information for yourself. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can't, I don't know how many of you guys over here lost your father, or how many guys over here who lost someone close, or something dramatically happened to you. But my philosophy is like, you can't tell me how it feels to lose a father or how it feels for something to happen to you dramatic that never happened to you. I have to experience that. Some of our experiences we won't, some of our experiences we don't want. But we learn to deal with them things, and we learn to accept them things, and they become part of our life. So, you know, as far as relationships wise go, it was a long journey. I'm still not there.
Yeah.
I'm still not. I have a lot of trust issues because of my situation.
Right.
But like I said, everybody's story is different.
Right.
But I'm searching.
Yeah.
I'm searching.
Right.
And now that I've experienced a lot of things, I know exactly what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the pretty. I'm not looking for the financial gain. I'm cool. I can do all that. I'm looking for a partner who has the same similarities in life as I have. Want to grow, want to become business partners, want to become friends, want to talk and motivate you. You know?
Wow.
So that's my take on it. So
Wow.
if you guys looking for somebody, look for those 30 things and qualities in life that you want.
I like that.
Yeah. Don't use nobody for your personal gain.
Right.
You love that person at the same time.
Yeah, that's good. Give him some love.
Like that.
Oh, what you got?
You know, I'm gonna say it again. I said it before. You know, I was at a point when it came to relationships where I was looking for a mother figure in my life. You know, I recognized it early in prison. If she wasn't capable of making sure I could get that $120 bag every week, I ain't gonna, you know, she wasn't coming into the visiting room every visiting day. I wasn't too interested. You know, if she couldn't answer the phone every time I called, you know, it was all about looking for someone to be that parent figure that I lacked.
Right.
Wow.
And needed growing up. I had to realize that it's over with, but I got to be the parent for myself.
Yeah.
Can't look at it in my woman.
Yeah, no, that's
So once I came to that, you know, that understanding, you know, I started looking in a different way. What can I bring to the table?
Right.
You know what I mean? It can't just be what can she do for me?
Right.
You know, it's what are we doing for each other?
Right.
You know, and once that happened, you know, I start getting rid of the riffraff. You know, because you're gonna get what you put out.
Yeah.
That's with anything. You know, so if you're looking for someone who can only provide for you in those comforting ways, you know, the superficial ways, you're gonna get a superficial relationship.
That's good.
And that's all I had was superficial.
Right. Wow.
I got one thing.
That was good.
That
Well, that was real good, man. Yeah.
that adder, subtractor, multiplier, divider.
Yeah.
I want to hear you speak there and tell me how to relationship.
Yeah. And, you know, I'm liking. Sherrod is reading my mind because we got the young men here, and we in some ways we're really have them here to celebrate because some of the pop guys have been mentoring these young boys, the boys with hope, and we're here to celebrate them. But I actually just want them to participate in a adult conversation, and where you're having your say at a table of other men. And I want you to be able to acknowledge and appreciate what it looks like when men talk. Yeah. And we can talk with each other about some things. We ain't not shooting nobody up or nothing like this here, but we just talking, chopping it up. Somebody say chopping it up. We just chopping it up, and we want you to kind of see how that is. That is reality. It's not a vision. In some cases, some young brothers have never seen something like what we're doing ever take place.
Wow.
Right. So in some ways that, you know, Sherrod has jumped ahead of me there because I'm going to go there with the 4 kinds of people. I know you all have taught that a little bit. So you look like Geronimo. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Pop.
Yeah. Geronimo, look, man, what is this you paid, man? It looked like it was me.
It is you.
Man, look.
Wow.
So, hey, look, hey.
Oh, I ain't done
Hey,
he killing it.
you made it, Pop. Look, That was me last week, you know.
Not done yet.
Yeah, man. Man, wow. Hey, man, wow, that's amazing, man. Wow. Wow, brother. Let's get a brother some love. I appreciate that. Wow, man. I just don't know what to say, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, but I see you done up your hair different now, Pop.
Well, you know, Chris the barber, the master barber's in town now, so you know, we going to that. He's the guy, you know. And so, but man, no, I mean, that's me. So it's looking more and more like this brother back here, you know. And as the more I got this brother about 25 years ago, and the more I live, the closer I get to looking like him. But hey, man, I don't know what to say, man. Wow, thank you, son.
Man, that's so much. I mean, you mean a lot to me, Brother Shane.
Wow,
you know, learned a lot from you. You and Dr. Verna. I mean, Will and his wife to be.
Right.
You know, you're speaking about relationships, you know, and I'm learning from that. You know, I'm sitting back and paying attention, you know, to how to be with a partner, how to work with a partner. I appreciate that gentleman that had the 2-year anniversary. What's his name again? Pop? Angelo. I appreciate you identifying the behavior of selfishness. Man, that's powerful. If a person can identify a behavior just like that, I mean, it's strong.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a lot for a person to identify a behavior like that, because when I was in my way, selfishness was one of my biggest reasons why I was in my criminal element, in my criminality. And it took me a lot of time to admit, man, I'm a selfish person.
Right.
And jumping into a relationship that cannot be involved. Selfishness is not there. You know what I'm saying? You can't have that in a relationship. It's an equal thing when it comes to two people in a relationship. You know, this is how I look at it. What I want from myself, I want from my partner. It's an equal relationship.
Yeah.
And that's how it's going to be. And that's how it will be.
That's it. Give him some love right there. Go ahead.
I'd like to say something on that too, man. I think I think it's very mature for cats to pick things out, man, as issues, to deal with issues with themselves, man, and recognize them. Because that's the only way you can manage them, man. Can't nobody save you but you. You know, so it's you, man. You got to check you. You got to have you in check for you being in any relationship. If not, it's gonna be chaotic. That's what I got to say about that.
Wow, no, that's good.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing?
Go ahead, son.
Will,
I'm coming to you next.
Geronimo.
Go ahead.
Before I got married, I had read this meme, and I really loved this meme because it was a young man talking to his father, and he told his father that he was looking for the right woman.
Right.
And his father sat him down and told him, son, stop.
Right.
He said, because what I need you to do, and this is when Pop be talking about being in position.
Right.
He said, what I need you to do is be the right man, so when the right woman comes, you'll be in position.
Right. No, that's good.
So I've had conversations with people, and they always talking about wanting somebody that can make them happy. Where the truth is, I have someone that's allowing me to share in their happiness.
Yeah.
And I was taking advantage of it.
Woo, brother, you cut deep right there. You know, but look, but Angie, this woman is sharp. She's a sharp sister, and she could have made choices, right? She could have picked around. She picked Angie. because of
You
something.
made that feel kind of.
No, because of something that is in you.
You recognize something.
She saw something in you, man, that was like, no, this is him right here. And so then you can't take that being chose like that improperly. It's a blessing.
And I wasn't used to blessings.
Ooh.
It scared me.
Listen to this. You know, sometimes
it's
it's a blessing knocking at your door.
Yeah.
Look, if you don't go to it and answer it, at least say, who is it? You're going to miss your blessing. Watch this now. I want to try it. I got all the young men here. Young brother, say your name again. Anj. So you hear what we've been talking about. Just chime in any way you want to. No right answer. But what are you feeling like? What is this conversation making you feel like?
It's making me feel like that me being patient is the right thing to do.
Anj, how old are you?
I'm 15.
Good.
Being patient is the right thing to do because I've never really focused on like being in a relationship anyways. I've just always been focusing on myself. I've seen a lot of things on social media. Not everything I believe, but some things like nowadays women tend to like demand something of a man, but they're not even fitting the requirements. They gotta work on themselves too.
That's good, but yeah, he just kind of gently slid that out, man.
Very eloquently.
A little Stevie Wonder, you know. I don't really know. Every now and then, I just sing a song. That was beautiful, brother. What's your name? Say your name again.
My name is Joseph.
Joseph. Give Joseph a hand just for being here. All right, Joe. What are you picking up from what we're talking about?
I wanted to say how it's making me feel.
How it's making you feel, man?
It's just making me want a wife and kids more than I already do.
Wow. Give him some love. Y'all been waiting. Let me quick. I'm gonna quick do this one little thing. And then just since we got the young boys at home here, these are things y'all already know, and that this and that. I'm just gonna spend a hot minute talking about something I think is important for the young people, but it's also still important for us.
Right.
Wayne is reminding us on conversations on racism on WCCO, featuring my wife and myself in the room where it happened. That's the name of the show.
Right.
March 18th. We on from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. We're gonna be talking about police brutality, and then on this date, we'll be talking about mass incarceration. I'm certainly going to have different perspectives than what are normal from these two areas, but I'll give you just a quick example of that. Go ahead.
I made a mistake and took these with me on mistakes. So I want to give them back to you.
Let me them things, boy.
Yeah, right.
Give me them markers, boy.
Yeah. Ooh, sorry about that.
But I'm going to show you one thing. I'm going to show you one thing about this, really, just in case you missed. So I want you to think about the Empire of Rome. Empire of Rome, like 43 AD after death. Rome, right? This is Europeans in Rome. Some Italians too. What was this? Rome, it ultimately split into two parts. It was divided, and it became weaker because of the corruption. The capitalism, the greed turned on itself, and Rome started to crumble. But before it did, it conquered Britain. Say Britain.
Britain.
So Rome is Britain's father. So Rome, they conquered Britain. And what Romans did that was so different is that when they conquered a nation, they didn't destroy it. They just changed all the money into Roman money.
Wow.
And they made you abide by their rules, but they left your operations intact. This was mass capitalism. And some people say this is why Christ came in the time of Rome, because when Christianity came into the Roman Empire, it spread like Roman Empire did.
Right.
That's a sidebar. But Rome is the father. Say the father.
The father.
Britain then was a parent to the U.S., which is a son. So what happened to the grandfather is starting to happen to the son.
Wow.
Right? And Rome was managed, its population was managed by the military. Its wealth was gained through slavery and putting other people to work for their money. Britain adopted that philosophy and went to the Africans and got us.
That's right. Colonize everywhere.
And continue to colonize and send other people to work for their money. And they birthed a called who continue to enslave, send off to Africa, monopolize people, right?
Went to plantations.
Well, watch this. And so it's you can't wonder why the police are out of pocket when the depth of the relationship is so deep.
Right.
The relationship is so deep that they can't even understand it because folks, Americans are too lazy to study their own history.
Say it again.
I'm just telling you the truth. Now that's just a little sidebar of what I will be talking about on that day. Did anybody get anything out of that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, watch this. That's a sidebar for what we're going to be talking about on that show. Today is not that show. Today is another show. And watch this. What we're talking about today is simple. You know, my wife's book talks about 4 things: adders, subtractors, dividers, and multipliers. Adders, subtractors, dividers, and multipliers. Her hypothesis is this: in life, somebody say in life.
In life.
In life, say it again.
In life.
In life, you're only going to meet 4 kinds of people. This is what she says in life.
Okay.
There's only 4 kinds of people.
Okay.
I argued with her about it. In life. I was wrong.
You be all right.
She said, look, she said, the only thing going to do is say black, white, red, yellow, whatever else. They're either adders, subtractors, dividers, and multipliers.
That's right.
And so let me just give you an example of an adder. An adder is somebody who know you, they love you. It don't have to be intimacy, but just love you like a father or like a mother. They love you, but they don't listen to your mess. You start that mess, they gonna jump on you.
No.
And they be running you out the door with that stuff. Negro, I told you to get that room right. I told you. And you be like, look, you know what you're doing? Acting like it's somebody else's responsibility, even though it's your room. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, and this is how later we translate that into our failed relationships with women, because we wouldn't even clean up our own room. Now you know you ain't going to her house and clean up nothing. I'm sorry, I'm just throwing that in. Okay. Then a subtractor is somebody who is in a little bit of pain. Say pain.
Pain.
Yeah, they're in a little bit of pain, but they don't really understand it. But they always see the glass half empty.
Yeah.
Say half empty.
Half empty.
Yes. See if you can find another chair out there, brother. There's a chair out there somewhere. Bring it in. Watch this. It's in the shed in the shed over there. Closet. I don't want to spend a long time on this. Then there's dividers. Say dividers.
Dividers.
Dividers are very, very smart people. They listen to you carefully. They find out all your information, then they use that information against you. And you can't say nothing, because when they come out with it, you know you said it.
Right.
But multipliers are somebody that live on another level. They exist on another level. They live someplace else. They work someplace else. They've been to school someplace else. That their worldview is someplace else. You don't really see them on a day in, day out basis. And multipliers are also very smart And multipliers never mess with dividers. And multipliers never mess with subtractors. Look at me when I'm talking to you, because I'm telling you, nobody else is going to tell you this. That nobody multipliers, people who have something that you want, they never mess with this. They're able to pick up little signs about you that let them know you're not ready for what I have. And they'll just say to you, have a nice day. Somebody say move around. Move around. That's what they're getting ready to do, is move around. Kick rocks. Kick rocks. They don't want to really be proud. They can just look at you and see you're not quite ready yet. Your presentation, say presentation. Presentation is not ready. When you get ready to get up in the morning, the first thing that you have to do this when you get up, the first thing in the morning after you brush your teeth, you got to go into the bedroom and make up your own bed. Because if you make up your bed, it says to you very, very importantly and conclusively, I can accomplish my goals. Somebody say this, I can accomplish my goal. And you don't realize how that bed has everything to do with your goals. Because when I come out of the bathroom, my bed is looking spotless now. Okay. You get it? And then it make me feel spotless. That's right. Then I say, wait a minute, I got that done. Now I'm getting ready to hit another lick. Somebody say hit another lick. But you can't fail right out to bed. You got to get up out of the bed and win it. Right. Otherwise, you're operating as a believing it's really somebody else's job to make up your bed and change your drama. Wow. Come on now. I got to tell you, this is just the introduction. Somebody say the introduction. I have to tell you the introduction so that when I get to the main course, you'll understand what I am talking about. Wow. So I quickly want to tell you about the importance of time. That's what tonight's lesson is. That's what tonight's lesson is. Time. Somebody say it. Time. Right. Moore's Day. I want you to look at it. Right. You know, every song, that was important, because every song that's a big hit you'll look around, it has something to do with time. It's always a hit. Yep. And people don't realize it because they recognize you're talking about something meaningful to me. Wow. Because time is important to me, even when I don't act like it is. When you sing to me about it, I can pontificate about what I could be doing. Okay. Watch this. This is a short lesson. You know what this is, right? It's a clock. Right. It's a clock. And what does the clock do? Tell time. Tell time. What time is it saying now? 3 o'clock. Or 12. 12:15. Watch right here. Watch right here. So look, let me tell you what time it says. That's right. Wow. This is what time it says. Right now. Right now. You don't get it yet. Look really at the clock and then tell me what time it says. Right now. Look at the clock. Tell me what time it says. Right now. Yeah. Now watch this. The reason why this clock is currently saying it's right now, because no matter what time it is in your life, it really is just right now. Wow. And to the extent that you don't recognize your right now-ness, you will mishandle the rest of your time. I just wait for all the amens. I just wait for the amens to die out. Where's the donation? Hey, watch this now. Watch this quickly. Watch this quickly. Oh, I feel something right now, though. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to show you something. Time has several tenses, but I'm going to only discuss, because of our young people here, 3 of them. There is time past, time present, and time future. These are the 3 tenses of time. Would you agree with that? No. Okay, watch this. So now, right now, what time is it? That's good. See, so yesterday it was the past. Tomorrow is future time. But regardless if it was yesterday or tomorrow, it's going to be right now when you get there. Right or wrong? Right. Okay. Let me tell you why this is important. So there's an old comment. I hated this comment. When I first heard it, I was a teenager. And the statement was, time is wasted on the young.
Wow. Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that?
I remember that saying.
But it frustrated me because I knew somehow, oh boy, was talking about me.
Yeah.
Wow. But I couldn't figure out how, what it meant to me. But I've come to figure it out now. And I realized the one thing that we, especially brown people and black people, especially us, we don't recognize the value of our time. Right, and we'll spend too much time languishing in the past. And although the thing that could have happened, Antonio, could have really hurt, and nobody says it didn't.
Right.
It was in the past. And to the extent that you allow it to come into the present, then you are making yesterday's time pop in your life right now. And that's a violation.
Yeah, it is.
That's a violation. And so watch this carefully. I'm almost done. Watch this carefully. And so to that extent, your future tense, let me go slow. So past time is like the year you were born. What year were you born?
2004.
4,
2005.
5,
2001.
2001. All of that is past. Right. So somebody is 19, somebody's 15, somebody's 16, and somebody else who's I'm missing one? 16. Another 16. So all of this has happened in the past time. Right. Now, sometimes we'll have situations, watch this, stay with me. We'll have situations, Sherrod, that happen in our home. In the past. Sometimes, like, it could be like mom is trying to figure it out, and she chose, oh boy was a clown. He's getting high because he don't realize that he's wasting up all his time, and he's usurping my mother. Yeah, my mother was a hooker. I'm just telling you. And so everybody, and she was beautiful too, but everybody that wanted her to go to work and get that money. And I looked at that, and she just didn't look happy. She left me with my grandparents. She was doing me right. She was doing me right. Yes, she was. Because she was saying, I don't want my son to grow up like me. Yeah, from the past. Because I was picking up all the syrup. Picked up everything. Picking up all the syrup from my mom's past. And then I brought it into my present. I made it my right now. And it messed up my future for a long period of time. Woo. And see, because I didn't recognize that time is wasted on youth, I spent too many years like Moses going around the mountain for 40 years trying to figure out what I was really going to do. When really, Devon, all I was really trying to break out of was what happened in my past. As long as I stayed trapped in my past, I had no control over my right now. And if you don't have any control over your right now, then your future is canceled. It's automatic. It's mathematical. Nothing you can do about it. No changes you can make. It's because right now, this second, you are working on your future. This very second, and every minute that you exist in the context of time is preparing you for what's going to take place in your future, which would then be your right now. So see, what I'm saying is, if you don't recognize this early, then you can spend 20 more years trying to figure out how come that stuff happened to me over at my mama's house.
Right. Yeah.
Somebody hear me here?
I hear you, brother.
It could be, look, it could be school. I'm going to take what this brother was saying. I like this too, what he was saying, because I want to add something to it. He said, nowadays, they ain't like when y'all came. The women are different. and look.
Yeah, you did.
To a degree, I give him some of that. To a degree. But listen, how long did we call them bitches, and hoes, and dogs, and skanks, and all of this in the rap song?
That's right.
And after a while, she started going with that.
Yeah.
She said, my old girl said, look, okay,
Yeah.
that's what you need from me?
Yeah.
Right? And we then look, Donald, we wasn't prepared to deal with her.
Too much.
Wait a minute. She got a pistol and she got a concealing carry permit. It's her car. She's making the payments. It's her place. She got the money. And if you're going out on the club, you're out on her dime. And if you clown and look around crazy, she might bust the cabbage. And let me tell you why this is true. Because she recognized what it was, and she got over all them bitches we was calling her, and all them hoes and all that shit. She got over that from the, she got into her and made sure she had a future. Now all she wanted some beef. And feeling like a prostitute, like a hooker, because wait a minute, she could just spit you out and drop you off over there on Broadway, and then you get on home by yourself.
Ain't nothing further from the truth.
That's some body punches right there. I'm coming up to the head though right now. Get ready to come up. Get ready to come up. Watch this. Watch this now. Well, I'm getting ready to come to the head. I'm almost done. Yeah, because I know y'all, these guys too used to me. But look right here. They had to make me work hard to get the amen out of it. But I'm gonna show you something. So to the extent that you're able to hear what I'm saying right now, you won't grasp it all. Because I'm really telling you a whole bunch of stuff in a short period of time that's very sophisticated, but I'm good about telling it to you. So right now you kind of understand what I'm saying. Later, you're going to get back and think about, wow, what was that? And then you're going to find out, this is what you're going to remember. You're going to remember the picture of the
Love.
You're going to remember that it always says
Right now.
And you're going to remember that if you're trapped and locked in the prison of the
past.
Woo, I'm going to say it again. Look, if you're locked up in the prison of the
past,
then
time
doesn't belong to you.
That's
right, Doctor. Come on.
All you get is to go right back around the mountain, and it don't make no difference what time it is. It's always yesterday for you.
I got a feedback right quick, just a short brief. You hit the nail on the head. My brother is stuck in 85, and his life won't prosper for nothing. And he wondered why he's not prospering. And I just spoke to him last week and told him, I said, brother, if you let go yesterday, you can get to tomorrow. I said, but you got to let go of the past. And just as what you said is the defined life that this gentleman is living to why he wondered why he won't prosper.
Right.
He's stuck in 85.
Right. And
so don't let it go.
So look, but even I tell you this, some people get it quicker than others. The idea of Boys of Hope is that we can maybe share some stuff with you that will help you get it quicker, and so you don't have to burn in the prison of the past for too long. Because a lot of us here have had to go to the penitentiary and burn. And what we're saying is you don't have to go to prison for you to get it. Right. You can get it right now.
That's right.
And so and watch this. And I'm going to show you. This is what's now to Sherrod's point. I'm going to show you how you know you with a prison-orientated brother. Now he just your same age. Y'all just hee-hawing and everything, except for he's always fussing about the past, and he's always talking negative. If you run into somebody who always got negative stuff in their mind, they are on the school to prison pipeline and don't even know. So you're on that pipeline because your mouth will sink you. Here is what the scripture says. Life and death are in the power of the tongue.
Yes, it is.
And so what you speak over yourself will come true.
Is.
But if you say nothing and let a fool speak into your life, what he spares over you will come true. Because words have power.
They do.
Somebody say words have power.
Words have power.
Right.
They do.
Years ago, I spent a lot of time in the past, had a dirty mouth, calling people, doing some things. You know what? When I made up my mind, and this, I'm gonna help you with this. I made a decision. Say decision.
Decision.
When I made a decision to quit my
Past.
my past didn't stand a chance. Let me tell you why. Look at me in my face. Because, man, I made a decision. I wasn't playing.
That's right.
I made a decision. I went around that mountain long enough. And I made a decision. I'm never going back there for nothing. No money from back there. No honey from back there. No chicken wing from yesterday. None of that stuff is going to get it for me. I'm moving on to my, which brought me into my
Right now.
My right now. And to the extent that I understood it, I'm in my right now even now. And then I went after all of these brothers right here.
That's right.
Like we're going after you. Now we are army.
Yeah.
Watch this. And a mighty army at that.
Yeah.
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this carefully. I'll be done. The mouth. Say the mouth.
The mouth.
This is what's going to give away your subtractor. The person you want an 86 from your
Time.
You want an 86 him. He all right. But he's hurt. He's in some kind of
Pain.
It happened.
In the past.
You don't know what it is, but he can't get over it. And he want to hang on you because, you know, you got that rhythm and some swag, you know, and he's just usurping you to try to get on. Am I talking good or what?
Talking good, bro.
But see, but you got an 86 here.
You gotta go.
Who you right?
That means you got to cut him loose.
That's new to me.
Right. 86 means go. Right. You know, that's so when you go to a club, nightclub, and you clown, they 86 you, that means they put you out. So now then you're gonna meet a divider. Dividers, these are smart people. They act like they're your best friend. They get all your information from you. But look, they be like, you've been telling them about how you and your girl is going through some changes. The divider will slide up on your girl. When you know he know you someplace else. He slide up on her, telling her everything you said about her.
Wow.
And she know it was you that said it because you're the only other one that she said it to. Listen, look, think of it, a divider. There's a brother, old school brother named Charleston Blue. They say he was for the race related.
I remember that.
Yeah. Dividers are in great pain. Dividers are in great pain and they are living in the
Past.
They have no interest in
The future.
All they want to do is use you to get the next bump, the next dollar, the next chicken wing, the next whatever it is.
What's your majiggle?
Yeah. Watch this. Yeah, because I had a couple of them, know what I mean? Watch this. So you're looking for two kinds of people. You're looking for them, male or female, black or white, or any other color for that matter. You're only looking for people whose words speak life. The word that they are saying to you is pleasant to your hearing. It sounds like they're talking about something, even if they don't know everything, but they're talking right. They're trying to head someplace. You want to yoke up there, say yoke up.
Yoke up.
That means connect. You want to yoke up there for the simple reason is because adders are always going to run ultimately into multipliers. Multipliers are looking for adders. They ain't looking for these guys. And they've seen them before, and they get them right out of the way. Right? So that if there's any lesson I want for my young brothers to get, our Boys of Hope boys, is that time is the real money. When you're out of time, it's all over. So you don't have to have any cash in your pocket. You just have to have more time. And if you have more time, sooner or later, cash is going to catch you. Cash is currency. Say currency. Currency is a flow. You could just mess around and find some money. Money's going to show up. Like Boys of Hope. You've been able to earn a little something coming this way, a little something coming that way. I mean, it's currency. It's flowing. But and you're hooking up with some adders and some multipliers. This is rerouting your school to prison pipeline in another direction. Boy, that was so good.
Yes.
That's really what our point is. Our point here really is to say, you don't have to be a sucker like some of us were, and we wasted up so much of our time.
So much.
Now watch this. Even though we wasted up a lot of our time while we were away, we fortified ourselves. We strengthened ourselves so that when we got another chance at it, we was ready to hit that lick.
Yeah.
Right? And that's what we're doing right in this room right now. That's why we all show up on Tuesday, year in and year out, fortifying each other. Every member who's here and every member who is online is important. Yeah. That's what makes us good. You, your participation, your presence, your word, your thoughts. That's what makes us important. Say, I am. I am. Somebody. Yeah, I don't care what nobody else says. Right. You know, your mom could even say, boy, you just like your daddy. And she's hating, but she went back to the past. You might say, to yourself, mom is wrong about that. Because I am.
Somebody.
I'm going to recognize that I have time. I have a present, which is also mine right now. And if I handle it with adders and multipliers, I can get to a better place. It's mathematical. Mm-hmm. The math won't fail you. Wow. I'm done with it. I'm gonna let the boys and Hope boys say a little something. If you got something to say, how that make you feel, and then we just open it up. But I appreciate y'all putting up with me.
Demetrius again. Well, I'm gonna just say, me being me, I enjoyed every little word, every word he said, every big word he said. There you go. And me being me, I was always that type of person that worried about my. I worried about my time like every single day. Every single day, because you gotta work twice as hard. Being black, you gotta work twice as hard. It's not that easy, going through life. And I had that type of year when I was just, scared, like, am I gonna make it, And that was just always how it was, because how it was for me, you always hear news that somebody got shot. Right. Most of the time it was always black.
That's right.
Yeah.
First time coming up here, a year or two, my brother got shot.
Wow.
And one thing I always worried is, like, me being me at a young age, I was always like a bad, kid, that bad little boy that was just always annoying. But then, it hit my head. I was just like, I can't have a long lifetime dream of going to college and being successful,
right?
If I don't want to work for it.
That's right.
Come on now. Good.
And you have so much time, but you have little time on how you want to control your life.
Say I
have, on how I want to control my life.
There you go.
And how I've seen it as, I don't know nobody in my family that went to college.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know nobody who graduated from college. Got some family members in my mom. She didn't graduate from high school.
Yeah.
Had a kid. And that's why I just want to be that boy, that man.
Right.
Transitioning to a man.
Right.
To go to college.
Right.
I want to be that type of person that the family smile at, like, congratulations, you graduated from college.
Wow.
Even if it got to be me alone that can do it.
That's right.
Even if my family not there to support it, I'm going to be there for myself.
I'm going to stop you right there, but man, give him a big hand right there. Hey, that was great.
Yeah, it was.
And so just keep hanging around, boys and Hope, for a while. Somebody from a pop, give him some feedback.
Can I give it to him?
Yes, sir, bro.
Okay.
Go ahead. Hey, I appreciate hearing what they're saying. And all while I'm listening to you, little bro, I was thinking about right now, right? See, one thing I've learned over the time that I've been here is that I love that word I am. We close with the word, I am. I am. See, because what I learned about, this is how you stay right now. Anytime you use the word I am, you are right now. Because if you look at the word I, that means self. If you look at am, if you look it up, it means present.
Now.
So whenever we say, or you hear anybody here say I am, they're really saying I'm present.
Yeah.
I'm right now.
Come on now.
That's what they're saying. So that don't give you no room to live in your past. And at the same time, when you're speaking life into your future.
Yeah.
So I appreciate hearing what you're saying.
Wow.
Clap for you.
Did you have something?
Oh yeah, I was
come
going.
next.
Chris. Sorry. I just want to. That just reminded me what you was talking about, and then I just want to just comment about like the time, the past time, being stuck in the past, and it holds you back, where you can't get into your right now. Right now, being in the past. I'll give you an example of like I was in my right now back when I was in high school, back in I think it was '88 when I graduated from high school. And I was telling Pop this, and going through the power of people back in prison, I discovered it. Some of the things that, the pain of the past that was causing me to be stuck. Yeah. And one of the things that I discovered was I was in position, right? And we had this thing in our school called Trail Afro-American Society. And they was lobbying for a president who wanted to be the president of the Trail Afro-American Society. And I was in my right now, you know, I thought I was militant and all of that. So I was doing real good, and boom, I got voted in as the president. Right? The president of the Trail Afro-American Society. Right. Also as a class clown too, but so I had a lot of popularity that helped push me along, and then I got voted in. So then they had the secret meeting, right? But it was like, look, there's one dude, he's not a class clown and he speaks real well. Wow. Let's let Nate, see if Nate, even though Chris won, see if Chris will let Nate be the president because he speaks better. Wow. He was in his school where there was blacks and white. Okay. So Nate speaks better. He spoke like Barack Obama. Back in that time, it was like Jesse Jackson. Okay. He spoke well like Jesse Jackson. Right. So they say, Chris, hey man, just because Nate speak real good, why don't you just let him be the president, then you be the vice president? I was a class clown, act like it didn't matter to me. All right, cool, ain't no problem. Y'all know who really the president is. Okay. Go ahead, Nate can be the president. But when I did that, I gave my power up. Yeah. And I gave my, you know, it still hurts. Yeah. You know, I gave that away because, you know, so you don't want that. Yeah. You know, that was my right now. Yeah. And I left it back there. Wow. Go ahead, boy. You know, so, you know, I had to fight through that. Right. And, you know, discover, you know, my right now is right now. Brother.
Remember, you actually raised me about that very same thing, man.
You know, that burned me up.
And all these years later, and so this is how that stuff will do, you know, sometimes. Yeah. Will, what you got?
I'm just, hey, I mean, I'm just, you know, I'm thinking about, you know, we've been hitting licks tonight. Yeah. So first, you know, I was on the thing with your relationships. Young brother, they got me going, and I was, man, with that. Then Pops, you bounced over there, and now, you know, now I'm in on that. So, you know, I don't know what you want. Where you want to start? Yeah. I don't want to. I just, let me just, can I go back
we could do what
in the past? Yeah. But not where the pain was, but just where, you know, I realized the joy was. Okay. So, you know, Akithia, for those who don't know, that's my better half. What's up? And you know, she has from day one, she challenged me. Right? And she challenged me because the way she treats me, right, make me come face to face with the reality. Am I really the man that she think I am?
Wow.
Right?
Right.
And am I going to honor her perception of me by being able to be mature enough to accept her love, right? Or am I going to dishonor it by showing that, you know what, I'm not ready for it, so I'm going to do this over here, right? I'm going to, be disrespectful to her, you know what I'm saying? And, and just everything. And so, man, it's a deep thing, man, because she's holding me accountable and she's doing it with her love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like she's saying that, listen, whether you're ready or not, this is what I need. And just so you know, just so you ain't confused about it, right? I'm gonna be consistent in my treatment of you.
Wow.
Right? Until you can see it and understand this is what I need back.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you've been hitting licks, man. And my mind all over the place. So now I can hit this lick here too.
Right.
But you know what? I'm just gonna shut it down.
Now give something. So Antonio, I want you to get in on this, and then right after that, I want y'all to we're gonna acknowledge the young men. They have kind of completed the first phase 1 of Boys of Hope. They're going into phase 2. We ain't done yet. But we just appreciate y'all. We got love for you. That's why we have you here, right? And so we're gonna get into that. But Antonio, I really want you to take your time with this because, you had a tough way to go early on, son, and you made something of yourself. So I just want you to holler at us.
Well, in that regard, I didn't realize the blessings that I had. Like Pop said, I had a hard upbringing. This is the thing. Everyone. But in the midst of that, I had some good people. Had some good people that I wasn't able to recognize. Because I was stuck in that past pain. And just seeing this, I'm gonna jump a little. Like Will said, you just laid so much out. I can touch on so much, but it's beautiful to see y'all here right now. At y'all age, I was on the streets. I was in one foster home, one group home, one shelter, one car, alley, crack house.
Come on, guys.
After the other. And I was spreading the pain that was inflicted on me. I didn't see that I had time. I didn't see that I had time to make something different for myself. My pain caused me to ignore the opportunities.
Right.
And the lesson here, y'all got time. Y'all right here, right now, in control. Y'all ain't out there on the streets with a pack in your hand, with a gun in your pocket. Y'all right here. Y'all are in control. Continue to stay in control. Don't let any type of temptation of whoever that's living in their past pain cause you to go astray from this right here. This is a blessing.
Wow.
This is a blessing.
Wow.
I think about this right now and I say, if I had that, would things be different?
Right.
And then I step into, well, I can be that for somebody else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Y'all can be that for somebody else. There's a time in my life where, I wanted to give up. I wanted to give up many times. And it was things that were out of my control. I thought was out of my control. That caused me to want to give up. And I had to realize that it was me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in control of how I'm feeling, how I'm allowing things to affect me.
Mm-hmm.
I can make one choice that may take 3 seconds. And it will throw my life into that pit, that fire of that past, that I wanted to escape. There was no drugs, there was no woman, there was nothing that could, take me out of that. I had to say, you know what? I'm tired of feeling the way I feel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I had to make a choice.
Yes, sir.
There's nothing, like Pop spoke on it earlier, there is nothing that can make me go back. It's like watching a movie that you've seen 20 times. You know how it's going.
You know how it's going to end.
You don't even want to go. Seen it before.
Yeah.
And y'all have the opportunity to see a movie, right? But remember, all movies are created over real life, not the other way around, right? So y'all see what could happen, what has happened. Y'all don't have to make the same mistake.
Mm-hmm.
Just like one bad decision that takes 20 seconds could end you in a bad place.
Mm-hmm.
One good decision.
Wow.
One good choice.
Yeah.
Can put you on that right path.
Come on now.
And create a future for you
I'll say to you young brothers, okay,
you coming next.
You got a long road that all of us done went down, right? You coming down this road. And the best advice I could ever give a young man, if someone gave it to me, for me to slow down and take inventory of myself. I was a very influential person, right? I mean, whatever you told me, I believed. I had no reason to doubt.
Right.
I wasn't intelligent enough to doubt. And as a young man, you have one stupid factor. You're fearless. Okay, so you're not going to hear what you should hear. You're hearing you. You're not hearing these other people, right? And they can tell you 1,000 times, but you already know that you know it all, right? That's them hormones, man. Don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? You are our honor. You honor us, you know what I'm saying, just by being you.
Right.
And you know what we take pride in? Protecting you. Okay.
That's good.
We want to see that you make it.
Yeah.
Above all odds. Now we know all the traps and all the pitfalls you never even imagined that's out here for you. We got around them. We don't sell in them. You know what I'm saying? They don't call us and cage us and everything else.
Oh my goodness.
We've been flipped and whipped and dipped and everything else, right? You know what I'm saying? And we came through it.
Yeah.
A lot of them didn't make it through it, right? You know what I'm saying? So we're here as your counsel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to guess about nothing. If you want to know the truth about it, come here and ask us. Each one of us got an experience, a live experience, you know what I'm saying, of something that happened, and you might be headed toward.
Let me hold you right there. Give us some love. That was the Godfather of soul right there, Mr. Curtis Harris. Ananiah, I want all of the men who have been mentoring these these dynamite young brothers. I want all of y'all to stand up. Where will you stand? And Manny over here, and Donald over here. I appreciate these have been our emissaries, our ambassadors with the young brothers. Been meeting on Saturdays and on Wednesdays. I think it's been for about a couple of months, or maybe a little bit longer than that. And we just gonna we love what y'all doing. I think Tier, who's in London, seeing about his fiance, she lost her dad, and we just want to, if you Tier, we love you if you're out there. But we just want to acknowledge y'all in your participation. As Curtis said so elegantly, we are honored to have you here, and you just not guests, you belong here. So we took tonight to bridge the gap between the young and the old, and let y'all recognize that we're tied together, and we all in here see ourselves in you. Right? And so Ananiah wants to read a little certificate of completion. So would you go ahead?
Yeah. I have some certificates of completion for the first phase of Boys of Hope. I want to say something real quick. When I was today, the 23rd of February. Yesterday was my 3rd year that I've been out.
Yes, sir.
I've been doing 24 years.
My good.
Now I was in one of the pop classes, and one of the lessons that Pop was one of the things that he said in one of the classes to us is that and I guess I'm going to paraphrase it here a little bit. He asked us what it was that we wanted to do with our time when we get out. And the thing that I said to him is, I want to take over your job.
Amen.
So this is why I am very, very, very into doing what I do with you guys. I was you. You know what I mean? And I know sometimes I might seem like I'm kind of like, I have no sense of humor, man, or I'm straightforward or whatever, or I'm really, really busy, because I am.
Yeah.
I am really, really busy. But I love you guys.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
and I am very, very proud to be a sofa. I always say sofa.
Gotcha.
Social father. That's what that means.
That's right.
So I'm very happy to be.
Come on, give him some. Give him some.
All right, so my first certificate for completed phase 1 of Boys of Hope is Timothy Kemp.
Yep. All right, Tim. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Keep standing. Keep standing.
Yeah.
Keep standing, Tim.
All right, I second Demetrius Warriors.
All right. There you go. All right.
Third member, Hans Messan.
Yeah. Demetrius.
How do you spell your name?
Last but
we get it. We get it.
and last but certainly not least, the Joseph Tisdale.
All right.
And for the participants that are not here to make it, I'm just gonna spit out their names. Javon McDougal, Chris Allen Hoskins, Vicario Court, Mosiah Thomas, and Christopher Doss.
All right.
Oh, and one more, Jamari Norman.
Well, I just want to say, this is phase 1, but man, throughout the summer months, we're going to be doing a lot more stuff together, you know, as the Boys of Hope and men of Out and Popping. And, you know, you'll get to meet everybody. We're not at full strength. Will, did you have something you want to share?
I did. And I know we say phase 1, right? And phase 2 coming up, right? And after that, that might end the phase, but not our relationship.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. And we just want to be clear that, y'all know, y'all got this forever. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to.
That's right. That's it. That's it. I want y'all to stand up and give these men some love. Real quick, don't go on for a long time, but if just think of one thing that has helped you from Boys of Hope. And Tim, I'll start with you.
I'll say the mentors, they keeping me out of trouble, really. Keeping me out of trouble, like you said, time You know, a lot of time here is positive. You know, it's not no really time to go outside and, you know, get into stuff like that.
Yeah. Give us some love.
Yeah, right. One thing about me, one thing that like how it started when I was in the Boys of Hope, you know, having Dr. Webb, he was like, you know, he's into like, he's super religious, you know. And one thing I'll say is he helped me get more into like religion because how I grew up, we wasn't like, we knew, you know, it was all about God, you know,
Right.
but we just didn't go to church. And ever since I started going to church, everything's got better. But one thing I say, the Boys of Hope helped me control my emotion when it came to like being careless.
Okay. We're gonna leave it right there. Give him a hand.
I'd say it like gave me more stuff to do and gave me the drive to do what I need to do.
All right.
It helped me. I think the stuff that they teach me helped me most, rather than anything, like the 5 present shows, the time lesson.
Wow.
I didn't catch everything, but I caught a lot of it.
Yeah.
I know that I got time. There's a right now.
Right.
And I'm in my right now.
That's it. So, Manny, did you want to say something to your mentee?
Yes.
Manny, and Donald, I want you to say something to you real quick. Go ahead.
Yes, most definitely. It's been such a huge honor, you know, working and teaching and mentoring these guys and all that stuff. You know, these are such driven, young, you know, powerful individuals, and they're always listening, you know, and they show a sense of urgency wanting to get better. There's so many people. If you see when we started, we have such a huge funnel of people come in, but at the same time, they've been the one who's been able to step up and say, I need help, I'm ready to change, and I'm going to do the work.
Yeah. All right.
Good.
Okay, all right.
Can I give
You
them to the young
want to
brother?
pass it out to the young brother?
Yes.
All right, but Donald, what you go ahead?
My thing is this.
Wait, Kurt.
They already done said what they want to say.
No, they all stay together. That's a fact.
Let Donald go. Go ahead.
Well, I'm gonna say this straight up, right? Y'all should know in this room, Timmy is a LeBron hater. Timmy hates LeBron. If you bring up LeBron, Timmy will argue and fight you today. So don't bring up LeBron, Timmy. I'm just throwing that out there. You don't even know why he hates it. All right. Timmy, right?
Here's another one.
I'm gonna say this is positive, but this is for real from my heart. We love you. I love you. I love the things that we do together. And like Will said, this is not the end of us. You know, once you know us, we know you. We're always gonna be tight. We're always gonna be friends. Call us day or night to meet us. Do not under no circumstances think you're alone out in the world no more. You're not.
Ooh, that's good.
So
That's
never
good.
take your burden.
So, you know, last night I get a call from a contact, and he said that they just started a program, right? And it's called Building Strong Communities, right? And this here is they got an agreement with 10 different unions, right? And the program is from 6 to 8 weeks, and it's virtual.
Yeah.
It's virtual, right? And it's only a few hours in a week, so you can still, you know, do your job and all of that, right? And after you're done, right, they guarantee to get you sponsored in the union with one of the 10 trades.
Wow.
Right? So, you know, I know the guy, you know, I've known him for like 6 years, and he's like, well, this here is legitimate. You know, he said it's the real deal. He said the unions are on board. He said if they got felonies, that don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? He said, you know, so I said, okay. So I'm putting it out there. I got the information, right? And for those who, you know,
want it. And can you share that with Wayne so that we can put it up? And then we're gonna pledge out right now. So if we can yoke up real quick. We didn't get to everybody tonight. I realized that, but we really want to make the board. And while we're yoking up, Curtis, can you quickly explain to us what is the document?
This document here is a list of black inventors and scientists from 1840 to 1980. This is just some of them. This ain't everybody.
Right.
But what's so important about this document is that out of all the people in the world, you know what I'm saying, that could have bought these items and these inventions to fruition, to make them come to pass, right? Why did God choose a slave to put these items in his mind?
Wow.
With all these powerful brains in them universities and them colleges and them technology people. They didn't create the stove. They didn't create the refrigerator.
Right.
They didn't create the air conditioner.
Right.
They didn't create the elevator.
That's
You understand? Every house got 5 items in there that the African Americans created, slave and progeny slave. And I keep asking myself, was this why we was brought to America? The Florence to make the rest of the world an easy life? Because without us, none of this would exist. Now, when you look through this here, when you get through with this, the first things that come to your mind, if we created this, what the hell did you create?
Wow.
You know? I mean, what the hell did you do? You know?
Curtis, we're gonna jump up before we gonna get out of here. But that's powerful. I will balance my family values.
I will
my family values. My goals.
balance my family values and my goals.
I will exercise.
I will
exercise wisdom. What I choose.
exercise wisdom.
Read.
What I choose to eat
And do. I will strive to make all relationships. Win-win. No deal. I will. Under every circumstance. Maintain a positive attitude. I will. Enjoy my life with a sense of humor. While taking advantage of my opportunity. Learning from my misfortune. Remembering time is real money. I will. Act upon circumstances rather than I will on a daily basis be proactive with my goals. I will always protect my wisdom, my health and my happiness. I will stay principle centered, maintain a positive circle of influence,
maintain a positive circle of influence.
Commit and do. I will act according to the POP Leadership Institute. And be productive in my community and my private life. So help me. All right, give somebody some love.